Welcome children in bio class. Today I am going to explain you parthenocarpy, polyembryony and apomixis. You have to know what is parthenocarpy. The fruit which develop without fertilization are called parthenocarpic fruit. This phenomena is described as parthenocarpy. Parthenocarpic fruits are produced normally in many cultivated plants such as banana, citrus, grapes, pineapple, and some varieties of apple and pear. Parthenocarpic fruits are produced due to absence of pollination or failure of fertilization or due to zygotic sterility. Parthenocarpic fruits are very important. They have great significance in horticulture. Parthenocarpic fruits have higher proportion of edible part that we are eating in comparison to the normal fruits. Now next is polyembryony. So what is the polyembryony? Mature ovules are called seeds. Normally a single embryo is present in each seed. But sometimes mature ovule contain more than one embryo. So this condition is known as polyembryony. There are many plants whose seeds have more than one embryo. So how these more than one embryo are going to develop? According to that, there are four types of polyembryony in angiospermic plant. First is cleavage of polyembryony, which develops due to splitting or cleavage of the polyembryo. Second is formation of embryo by other cells of the embryo sac. Generally, egg after fertilization change into zygote, embryo develop from that. But here some other cell of the embryo take part in the formation of embryo. Third is development of more than one embryo sac within the ovule. Inside the ovule, normally one embryo sac is, but if there is more than one embryo sac, then it will be responsible for polyembryony. And fourth condition is development of embryo sac from any sporophytic cells of the ovule. But what are the regions of polyembryony? To explain the regions of polyembryony, there are two theories. One is necrohormone theory, which was proposed by Haberland. According to this theory, degenerating cells of the nucellus act as a source of stimulus, and these stimulus will stimulate adjacent cells and lead to the formation of adventative embryo. Second is recessive gene theory. This theory was proposed by Kuipert. According to recessive gene theory, Polyembryony is a recessive genetic character. It is controlled by multiple genes. Now, what are the significance of polyembryony? Polyembryony has great significance in horticulture and plant breeding. Polyembryony gives embryo which are free from the disease and provide uniform seedlings of the parental line. Now last one is apomixis. Apomixis is the formation of seed without fertilization. So seed in flowering plant develops without fertilization is called apomixis. It is the phenomena of substitution of sexual process by asexual method. Apomixis refer to the substitution of sexual reproduction because there is no meiosis and no syngamy. Apomixis is of three types: non-recurrent apomixis, recurrent apomixis, and adventative apomixis. Non-recurrent apomixis, embryo develops from diploid cells of embryo sac. Non-recurrent apomixis is embryo develops from unfertilized egg. So it means the embryo is haploid. It develops from the unfertilized egg. So this is haploid parthenogenesis. Other is recurrent apomixis. In this, embryo develops from diploid cells of embryo sac, either from the archisporium or nucellus. And last one is adventative apomixis. In this, embryo develop from the diploid cells of the ovule outside of embryo sac. Children, you have to know what is the significance of apomixis. I told in the apomixis, seed develops without fertilization. There is no meiosis, no segregation, no recombination of genes. Therefore, apomixis is useful in preserving desirable characters for indefinite period.